Hey, I'm Anna with Caruso Prep. Today we're going to learn how to use the standard form of a circle to solve for a missing variable, specifically in the center of a circle. First, you're going to need to memorize the standard form of a circle. I remember it by remembering Hello Kitty. This is because first we're going to write the parentheses, which are the cat's eyes. We remember that the cat is asleep, so we have minus signs in the middle of the parentheses. Then we make the cat's cute nose, which is a plus sign, in between the parentheses. The ears are the exponent of 2 written to the right of each set of parentheses. The whole thing is equal to the radius squared, which I think of as the tail. And then you remember that the first variables inside each set of parentheses are x and y, and then you have h and k, which is how I remember it by Hello Kitty. H and k are the coordinates of the center of the circle, and r, which the whole thing is equal to r squared, r stands for the radius of the circle. Now that you have that memorized, let's go through a practice problem so you can see the practical application of this. In the xy plane above, the circle has center h, k, and radius 10. What is the value of k? Right now, we need to find 2 different variables, and we're not gonna get anywhere with trying to find 2 variables at the same time in this case. So we're gonna see if we can figure out what h is, and then that'll leave us to solve for just k. We're gonna look at the information they provide. They tell us that one point on the circle is 4, 0, and another is 20, 0. So we're gonna notice that the center has to be exactly halfway between these 2 points. So from 4 to 20, the entire length is gonna be 16. A half of 16 is 8. So we know that this length right here has to be 8. 4 plus 8 is 12, which means that this x coordinate is 12. Now that we know this information, we can use standard form of the circle to solve for the y coordinate of the center. So we have our set of parentheses, which are the cat's eyes. We remember the cat's asleep, so we have our minus signs in the middle. We have the cute nose, which is the plus sign. We have the ears, which are squared, and the whole thing is equal to the radius squared. They tell us the radius is 10. 10 squared is 100. We're gonna have x and y here. We can use any point on the outside of the circle. Let's use 4, 0. So we have 4 here, and we have 0 here. Next, we're gonna have h, which is 12, and k, we still don't know, so we're gonna just have the variable. 4 minus 12 is gonna be negative 8 squared plus negative k squared equals 100. Negative 8 squared is going to give us 64 plus negative k squared is just k squared equals 100. Now we're going to subtract 64 from both sides. And this gives us k squared is equal to 36. Take the square root of each one, and k equals 6. This is our answer. When you see a problem like this, it can look pretty intimidating, but when you break it down into smaller pieces, it's actually pretty easy. Make sure you head over to carusoprep.com where you can learn more about private tutoring services that I offer, and subscribe to my email list for a free grammar guide. Be sure to subscribe to this channel where you can see a new video like this every Friday to help you ace your SAT or ACT.